Greetings, Bull Nation, family and friends. Welcome to the MNWAA Network. I'm your host, Desiree George, and this is the Bull RoundUp, brought to you by the Miami Northwestern Alumni Association Marketing and Public Relations Committee. On today's episode, we have Mr. Tiondre Williams, current athletics director, class of 1985 graduate, alum, he is a Bull, and in 1999, yes. Inducted into the Athletics Hall of Fame for basketball and football. So we got us a dual athlete over here.
Yes, you do.
Thank you, Mr. Williams, for being here with us today on the MNWAA Network. So tell us a little bit more about your time at Miami Northwestern, and especially, what led you to being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Well, my time at Miami Northwestern was great. It was a tremendous beginning for me, starting in the 9th grade. When I arrived at Miami Northwestern Senior High School, the teachers were wonderful, the administration staff, Mr. Perry, the athletic director, as well as the science and biology teacher. It was a family. We supported each other. We stayed together. We kept our business our business, right. And we did what we needed to do as far as a community and as far as a school. So my time was great here. As far as from an athletic standpoint, I started 9th grade varsity basketball as a 9th grader.
Okay.
That was kind of unexpected because I was anticipating playing JV, but a week before the start of the season, the varsity coach called me into his office and say, hey, you're playing varsity this year. I'm not going to allow you to score 30-some points on JV when you can come up to varsity and probably score 12 to 15 points. So that's what happened with basketball. As far as football, I was a running back when I first got to Miami Northwestern. I wasn't a quarterback.
Okay.
Before practice one day, I was throwing the football with Melvin Bratton, Talbot Bain, Tommy Streeter. Before practicing, Coach Coffey, as he usually did, he was peeping out of the locker room, and he was saying, Andy. He kept saying, Andy, come here. So, I kept ignoring him because my name was Andre. And finally, Melvin said, baby boy, I think Coach is calling you. That's the nickname I was given, baby boy, after I started varsity basketball. So he started, Melvin said, I think Coach is calling you. I said, no, he can't be calling me. My name is Andre. So finally I went over and he said, hey, baby boy, I want you to, have you ever thought about playing quarterback before? And I said, well, no, I haven't. I've been a running back all my life, Coach. So I went home and talked to my older brother who gave me some great advice. And he said, hey, look, you all run the wishbone with 2 receivers. And the quarterback position is just like a running back position in the wishbone offense. So after I talked to my brother, he told me that scenario, I told Coach I'd give it a try. So by the first week or two, I couldn't get the snap from the center because I had never played quarterback before. So by the second week or so, I was able to get the snap, and then the rest is history. I was the quarterback starting in the 10th grade on the varsity team. So
okay,
a little bit about my history.
Okay.
As an athlete, student athlete.
Okay, so y'all heard all that flexing though, right? 9th grade varsity basketball. Football, started as a running back, but he was just so good that he then pivoted to being a quarterback and then led to the Hall of Fame. We're not mad at it.
Thank you.
So now you went from that and you're now athletics director.
Yeah.
And I feel like some people don't really know the responsibilities and the actual role of the athletic director. So can you tell us, what does your job entail?
Well, my job entails a lot. It's a lot of things that I have to do on a daily basis. As far as making sure the athletes are cleared to participate. That's the most important aspect of the job, making sure each athlete is cleared to play. And it's not just as far as them having a physical, paying insurance, their grades have to be up to speed. They have to have a 2.0 or better in academics as well as in conduct. I have to look at when they started the 9th grade because that determines their starting point in high school. It's forms I have to upload to the Florida High School Athletic Association on a yearly basis for each athlete for clearance. So we got, now you have what is called a non-traditional or traditional high school student. A traditional high school student athlete is a student that attends Miami Northwestern Senior High School. A non-traditional would be a young man or young lady that attends Turner Tech, Miami Lakes Tech, Tonsu Academy, Jerry School, those type schools. So if they are student athletes that attend a non-traditional high school, it's about 9 to 10 forms that I have to upload to the state of Florida, Florida High School Athletic Association for clearance.
Wow.
They have to verify all of that information. We have to get that information from the parents. It has to be notarized. It has to be stamped. It has to be uploaded to the state. They look at it, then they approve it and tell us that young man or young lady can play. It's easier if it's a traditional student because documents are here.
Right.
No forms have to be uploaded. So it's much easier if it's a traditional student. The climate now is we have quite a bit of non-traditional high school students, and not just Northwestern, across the state. Parents are given an opportunity now to have their child educated out of the public sector. So we have to do what we have to do. And also keeping the school out of the paper, because academics are great. It probably get a little bit of buzz, but when it's athletics and something happens and we're in the paper for non-compliance or ineligible player or recruiting or what have you, it's a major story.
Yeah.
So my job is to make sure, part of my job is to make sure that that does not happen. I'm a stickler for the paperwork from the coaches, receiving the paperwork from the coaches, making sure I have what I need to do to get my job done, to make sure the school is not, we're in compliance and we're doing what we need to do. As far as from an academic standpoint, I'll monitor the grades of the student athletes here in the building on a monthly, weekly basis. I'm able to go in and see what they're doing academically. Looking at, I work the tardy center in the morning, so I'm able to see if the student athletes are coming in late. If they're coming in late, certainly I have a conversation with them and refer them to the coach to further deal with them in reference to their conduct. So my job is multitask. Trust me, it's a lot of things that go into just being the athletic director. Looking at equipment, what we need, what these sports need, what the coach may need, what the student athlete may need to be able to perform out there on the field from a uniform standpoint. Personal items, the school, we can't purchase those type items, but uniforms, to make sure that student athletes are ready to compete, that's part of my job. So I was ordering equipment, things necessary for them to compete on a weekly or a nightly basis.
Okay. And you just described a lot. And that's not
it's
just,
a lot.
Yeah, that's just not for one team.
No.
How many teams do we have? How many student athletes do we have?
Well, we averaged around 500 student athletes across the various sports.
Wow.
Our athletic department may be larger than some high schools right now, because some high schools enrollments are lower than that.
Yeah.
So it's a large department. Football carries about 200 athletes when you factor in JV and varsity. So that's the bulk of the 500, and the rest is spread across all the various sports. So it's
not an easy job.
No, it's not an easy job. Trust me. You have to. I have to dot my I's and cross my T's.
Absolutely.
Because you can easily miss something, and now we're in the paper. Because hey, the kid started the 9th grade 5 years ago. he's playing still in high school now. So you have to go back and look at when this young person started the 8th grade and when did they matriculate to the 9th grade. So you have to make sure they're on the right track. When you get a kid, a student athlete from a foreign country, that's a whole different ballgame. Because as you know, may not know, they graduate in 11th grade in many cases from those countries. So you have to be careful with those type student athletes. But the job is multifaceted. That's just the eligibility piece. Right. Certainly having conversations with parents about, some situations and playing time and things of that nature. I don't get involved in that. That's the coach deals with the playing time and all that, because I'm not at practice every day. I'm not there. The coaches are out there to coach and determine who's the best player to play. And that's just how it is.
And who's your team helping you with this multifaceted program?
Well, I have an athletic business manager, Dr. Studwell, who does an excellent job. She handles all of the money, makes sure the money matters are correct in the department. The best thing I think the district did was go to digital ticketing, because now the business managers, the treasurers, they don't have to physically touch any money now. So I think that was excellent when the district did that. Across the board, all the high schools have GoFan, which allows us now to easily sell tickets without having physical tickets on hand.
It's a much easier process to manage.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And so I asked you those questions because, as I alluded to in the beginning, a lot of people have a lot of ideas and opinions and thoughts about what it takes to run an athletic program as big as Miami Northwestern. A lot of people don't realize what the role is and what it is not. So hopefully through your answers, people get a better understanding of exactly all that you have to deal with. And if I heard you correctly, you didn't say you had a large team. So you're doing a lot of this on your own. So give people some grace. That's the point of that. So you talked about, again, all that you do for student athletes and in this role. How do you support them both on the field and off the field, to ensure their success academically, athletically, personally, and so on?
Well, again, on the field is providing them with all the necessary equipment they need to perform. Off the field, I talk with them during lunchtime. I'm easily to, they see me every day at lunchtime. I'm in the middle of the courtyard. So if they have issues or concerns, they're more than willing to come and talk with me about it. I have conversations with them. I correct them when they, I see some things. Teachers email me when they're not doing what they need to do in the classroom, and I'll follow up with having a conversation with them, as well as referring that, providing that information to the coach so he can then also follow up with it. Making sure they are academically eligible to receive an athletic scholarship. The counselors here at the school do a wonderful job. I provide the list of the seniors, upcoming juniors, and seniors to the counselors. We make sure they're being assigned the proper classes to graduate and to make sure they're eligible to receive the athletic scholarship, because a lot of people don't understand you have to have a certain number of core classes locked in by your junior year. So if you don't have the 16 core classes locked in by your junior year, you're a senior now, you may not be able to get that scholarship because you haven't locked in those 16 core classes, which are your sciences, your math, your English, your social studies, those type classes. You have to have at least 16 of those locked in by your junior year. In some cases, you will see a student athlete may not have that, and they may not be able to achieve that, and now, hey, I need you to go to summer school. Or that information be referred to the coach to make sure, hey, coach, we need this young man to go to summer school. The counselor send that information, hey, Johnny needs to go to summer school because he needs to take another English class in order to lock in his 16 core. And that's the NCAA rule. It's not a state of Florida rule. Florida High School Athletic Association, Dade County Public Schools, Miami Northwestern, that's the NCAA rule. You have to have those core classes locked in. So just making sure they're able to, from an academic standpoint, receive that scholarship at the end of the year. Now, it's a team that usually monitors that. Like I said, the coach, the counselor, our English chairperson here. I don't know if he's chairperson. Richard Williams. He's the honors English teacher here.
Yes.
He monitors that as well as well as with myself. So I have a team to make sure, because that's vital.
Yep.
If a young person is able to receive a scholarship, we want to make sure they're academically ready to receive.
Absolutely. And sometimes that athletic scholarship is the only route for some of our students to get to higher education. So
Correct.
you doing that work is extremely vital, and something that I think that sometimes we all forget about.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been athletic director for a few years now. How have you seen the athletic program evolve, and what do you envision for its future? Well,
let's take this in the second part of that question.
Future?
My goal before I retire, which is going to be really soon here.
Okay. This is breaking news?
Is to win the All Sports Trophy.
Okay.
Okay? In order to win the All Sports Trophy, your major sports have to be competitive throughout the playoffs and hopefully state championship. Mm-hmm. That means that those are sports, your basketball team, your soccer, your football team, of course, boys and girls track, softball, baseball. So I want to, before I retire, the school to receive an all-sports trophy. I think we have one already. I think, I can't remember what year, but that's my goal. Okay. That's been my goal since I came home to be the athletic director, is to win the all-sports trophy. And to do that, all of your major sports have to be competitive. I think we have some excellent coaches. Mm-hmm. I think we have an opportunity to do that. Coaching is one thing. You certainly also have to have the talent.
Yes.
And that's what's missing in some cases. Okay, mm-hmm. I can be the greatest coach ever, but if I don't have anything to work with on the field, on the basketball court, I'm going to do okay because I'm going to be able to strategize as a coach. But as far as getting over the top with that elite athlete, at some point during the game, the elite athlete have to take over.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. So that's my goal, is to win the all-sports trophy before I retire. How we're doing? What was the other part of the question, the first part?
How has the program evolved?
So let me see, how have we evolved? Well, I think over the years since I've been here, we're headed in that direction to win that trophy. Boys and girls basketball team are real competitive.
Yep.
Boys and girls track team.
Yep.
Varsity football team.
Yep.
Baseball is surprising a lot of people.
Okay.
With what they're doing on the baseball field. Softball is coming along. So I think, we have evolved in being more competitive in those sports. Girls volleyball. The boys volleyball team, I need to get some more boys basketball players out there for the boys volleyball team. I think we can do some great things out there as well. So I think we're not just a three-sport team school anymore. Football, boys and girls track.
Yep.
Those other sports have stepped up to the plate, and I applaud those coaches for that taking place. So we've evolved because we're more competitive across the board. We're doing some great things. Coaches are doing some wonderful things.
Yeah. So Bull Nation family and friends, come out and support all of our different sports teams. So you said something earlier. You said when you came home to be athletics director, what brought you home and what motivates you to keep on staying home?
Well, to be honest with you, I stayed away for about 2 or 3 years. I put it off. I was getting calls. I was at another school out in a different area. I was happy. We had some success. I was comfortable. And about, I say 3 to 4 years, every year, well, let me back up. I wasn't here, but I was here.
Got you.
Because even in my capacity as athletic director at the other school, I was still getting calls from over here about how to get this done. How can we take care of this situation? Very vivid. I remember one year we was in the playoffs, football team was in the playoffs, and we were playing a team in Broward, and they wanted to have the game on their campus, which wouldn't have held our crowd. So I got a call from the school, from some people over here, say, hey, Dre, we need to get this game moved. So, of course, I told them what to do to get the game moved. And based on the classification, and you have to have a certain number of seats in the stadium. And that particular school did not have those accommodations. So the school was able to get the game moved to Lockhart Stadium. So I wasn't here, but I was here. I physically, I want to say, I got threatened quite a bit.
I wonder by who?
By the alumni president, Mr. Larry Williams. My mother, God bless her soul, class of '59, graduate of Miami Northwestern. She threatened me like, "Hey, it's time to go home." And so I spoke with my wife about it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go home. And so I've been here 16, 17 years now. I lost count. I can't remember how long.
Is that total or consecutive?
Total here at the school. Total at AD, this will be my 24th year as athletic director in the county. I'm currently the oldest AD in the county now. And I remember when I first started, I was the youngest. So now I'm the veteran AD in the county.
Hence you saying you'll be retiring soon.
Yes, very soon.
You're tired. But hopefully we got a couple more years, because clearly you know what you're doing if we're calling you and you're not even here. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No
Thank
problem.
you for that.
No problem. So what role does community play in the success of the athletics program in Miami Northwestern?
Well, community plays a tremendous part. First of all, by coming and supporting the young people at the games. That supports them. That supports the school. Because when you purchase that ticket on gofan.co, that money is then used towards the student athletes in the capacity in which the school can use it. For example, school buses. Okay, the cost of a school bus now is $330 per trip. That's if we're going from Miami Northwestern to Edison, which is 3 blocks away. It's still $330 for that bus. So when you purchase tickets, then we're able to do more for the student athletes. So community plays a tremendous part coming out to the game, supporting the teams. Football is great, but you got to come out and support those other sports because they need it. Again, the district does not give us a great amount of resources to run an athletic program. So the athletic program is ran through ticket sales. So if you're coming out, you're purchasing the tickets, we're able to do more for the student athletes in the guidelines in which the County Public Schools allow us to do. I must say that because, again, we have rules and regulations that the County Public Schools have, and we must follow them. Again, we can't purchase personal items. The school cannot purchase personal items that you're going to keep and take home. So back to the community. As you know, the community's been supportive since I was a student here. Schools want to play us because of our community support. Our fans that show up to the game. If we're talking football, to the football game. They want to play us in football because, do you know what?
We are a brand.
We are a brand. Right. And at the end of the night, they're going to receive some money.
Yep.
Okay? the breakdown, the financial breakdown at a football game is that after all expenses are paid, the other team over there receives 50% of the profit.
And only have about maybe 2% of the crowd.
They
but
may
I
only have
digress.
2% of the crowd. So we may have 4,000 fans or 5,000 fans sitting on our side of the field, and then on the other side of the field, they only have 200 people. But at the end of the night, after all expenses are paid, they're receiving 50% of the profit. So community is important. We have the best fan base in Dade County. I just need to see those fans come to the other ball games, the volleyball games, the baseball games, softball, boys and girls basketball, the track events that we have at Trash Power Stadium. Just be more supportive of those teams and not just the football team.
So with that, how can the community learn about those different events and games that are going on?
Well, we currently have some of the schedules posted on the school website.
Okay.
So we're going to continue to update that website. You should see on the website now the JV and varsity football schedules. The volleyball schedule will be there shortly, followed by the boys and girls soccer, boys and girls in basketball. So I would tell you to find out what's happening with the school, go to Miami Northwestern School's website, and all the athletic information will be published there.
All right. And the association social media pages will also always repost schedules. So you got ways to find out, y'all. So make sure y'all show up. Well, thank you, Mr. Williams, for your time with us here today, but also for your time that you served this school when you were here and when you weren't here.
Yes.
And we're also thankful to people like Mr. Larry Williams and your mom and your wife who supported you and maybe pushed you a little bit to get here, because you have played a significant role in, again, the success of Miami Northwestern in our athletic program. So thank you again for your time, and hopefully, again, we got you for a couple more years.
Well, I thank you for having me today, and I look forward to the next time we have to sit down and have a conversation about what's happening in the athletic department. I look forward to that because it's needed. Again, if you don't have the information, you tend to believe whatever you hear or whatever you see. But again, I'm available whenever you need me to come back to talk about what's happening in the athletic department. I'll be more than happy to do so.
Absolutely. And again, thank you for the time that we do have you for.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's it for this episode of the Bull Roundup.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the MNWAA Network.